Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Blow Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Okay, before we start, if you think you're subscribed to the channel, just check, because we've had a mass of unsubscribed people telling us I was subscribed, and now I'm not anymore. I've been automatically unsubscribed, so just give it a check. And if you do like what you see, give us a subscribe. It does help. Does help us grow, and we do appreciate it.
We do.
10 secret retirement towns nobody talks about. So one of our things is looking at retirement eventually. Not at the moment, but eventually. Probably into the USA. More than likely. Get away from the rat race that's going on. I'll try and phrase it correctly. The rat race that's going on in the UK at the moment. I'm sure it's no better anywhere else, to be fair, but we do like the USA. Looking, the Carolinas are sort of like taking a bit of appeal for us, aren't they? And we've got friends there as well, so if you've got any suggestions, let us know. But these are 10 secret retirement towns nobody talks about. Let's see if any take our fancy. Let's go.
Look at retirement spots not everyone knows about. I get emails and comments all the time from people wanting to know about places to retire that aren't your stereotypical retirement towns. Not everyone wants the heat of Arizona and Florida. Not everyone can afford Hawaii and California. Arizona and Florida do have towns on this list, but they're not your typical spots that everyone knows about. This list gives you other options to look at and why. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Number 10, Tarpon Springs, Florida. Along Florida's Gulf Coast, Tarpon Springs is a sun-soaked haven where Greek culture and American bayous meet. Located in the Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater metro area, this is a cross between coastal tranquility and big city convenience. The town's picturesque waterfront with bayous.
Pretty sure Frank lives in this sort of area. Let me know, Frank. I know you might be watching. It's let me know if this is your sort of area where you live. I know you send me pictures quite regularly of different beach areas where you go and bars. And I'm sure it's around this sort of area.
Leading into the Gulf, make it an idyllic spot for retirees looking for a more laid-back yet connected lifestyle. It's known as the sponge capital of the world, and apparently they got a lot of sponges in the water here. When I first read that, I thought it was too many grandparents had their 20-year-old grandkids living with them. Not working, just hanging out. But Tarpon Springs is rich in Greek heritage with numerous restaurants, shops, and cultural events. This is one of those towns where they give it a other country feel. Like you got Leavenworth up in Washington State, which looks like a Bavarian village. Solvang down in California. I know there's a couple Scandinavian themed ones up in Minnesota, Wisconsin maybe. This is one of those, and it's a pretty cool one too. The city offers plenty of recreational activities from boating to fishing and enjoying beautiful parks like Fred Howard Park and Sunset Beach. If you want to move here and buy a piece of property, the average home value is around $429,000, which is mid-year 2024. The cost of living is reasonable for a coastal city with so many different things to do, makes it a very attractive option for those seeking a more affordable yet active retirement, I guess. Tarpon Springs' mild winters and warm summers combined with a lower than average crime rate create a safe and appealing environment for just about anyone, not just retirees. The climate, with the coldest month being January with temperatures hovering around 61 degrees Fahrenheit, and then the highest is July, and that's pretty much in the 80s. It's perfect weather for people that like to be outdoors year-round. It's really hard to beat the lifestyle you can have in Tarpon Springs for the price. Now, there are far cheaper places to retire, obviously, but we're giving all your options here. If you want to buy a house here, like I'd said, it's around $429,000. That's the average. They go way up, and there's some that you can get maybe around $300,000 that need a lot of work.
I'm liking that one.
Yeah.
You'd have to call it Tampon Springs, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Tampon.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be able to I just wouldn't be able to get my head around it.
Yeah. Colorado.
Number 9, Eagle, Colorado. Eagle, Colorado isn't just a spot on the map. It's a hidden gem deep in the Rockies, not too far from Glenwood Springs. While I was researching this one, this area is known as the Banana Belt portion of Colorado. What's strange is they've got a couple different banana belts, but this is the one up in the Rockies. This is a nice little town. It's been years since I went through there, but they got the Eagle River that goes right through town, and then they have this park where you can go kayaking in. It's really, really a nice place to live. Don't get too excited, even though it's known as the Banana Belt. There's no actual bananas growing here. If you're into outdoor stuff, this Eagle's like Disneyland for outdoor people. If Disneyland had more bikes, skis, and hiking boots, with an extensive network of bike trails, picturesque parks, and golf courses that practically beg for you to get on them. It's not just the charm and the fresh air of the Rockies. It's the endless recreational opportunities here. Eagle is a fantastic place to retire, especially if you're looking for that sweet spot of safety, community, and access to quality health care. The Vail Valley Medical Center and its satellite facilities are right here for you. Now, this one is not cheap. Right now, they say the median home value is about $990,000. Wow. That's a lot of money. That's the median. The average home value is about a little over $1 million. So it's not too far off from the median. So Eagle is a great place to live. Great scenery, a lot of things to do, low crime. It's just expensive.
Not sure about that one.
Well, I see.
Looks a bit remote.
No, I like it.
I want a bit more built up sort of like environment.
Yeah.
That looks a bit remote, that. Fairbanks, Alaska. Strange one.
Yeah.
Number 8, Fairbanks, Alaska. Yeah, we're going to the other side of things. Nestled in the frosty embrace of Alaska's interior, Fairbanks is a city that stands proudly as the second largest metro area in the state of Alaska. With its prime location about 150 miles south of the Arctic Circle, yeah, not everyone's going to consider that a prime location, but some people do. It's as close as you can get to Santa's workshop without actually getting hired on as an elf. Fairbanks might be tucked away in the wilderness, but it's far from isolated thanks to its strategic position along the Alaskan Railroad and the Alaskan Highway. These transportation marvels not only brought the city to life, but also ensured that the residents could always flee to warmer climates. Fairbanks is the sort of place where nature puts on a show for you year-round. In the summer, the midnight sun graces the city with 24 hours of daylight, making it entirely possible to lose track of time and end up mowing your lawn at 3 a.m. Why not? I used to have an elderly man like right down the street from my parents' house, and we found him a couple times mowing his lawn at like 1:30 a.m. and stuff like it. It's weird. Now that I look back, he probably, had dementia or something like that. Who knows? But the winter is when Fairbanks really shines. Literally, the Aurora Borealis or Northern Lights can be seen dancing across the sky up to 200 nights a year, turning even the mundane dog walk into a celestial adventure. I mean, if you move to Fairbanks, you have front row seats to nature. That's all there is to it. It's no wonder Fairbanks serves as the key hub to exploring Alaskans' wilderness, including the nearby Denali National.
Not sure about the size of the satellite you need to get Sky TV.
Yeah, no. I'm actually liking this though.
I think again it's a little bit too far out for me. I think it's got the big city feel, but I think in the winters it's going to be. I think the winters might be tough in Alaska. I'm not sure, but it's I'm sure it's heavy in snow and cold. I think it'd be very cold.
National Park. Fairbanks is a good-sized city with about 32,000 people living in the city. This is 2020 numbers. And in total, about 95,000 in the metro area. They got a lot of small communities outside of downtown Fairbanks. But if you're one of those people that you don't want Florida, you don't want Arizona, you want some place that's a little smaller and away from everyone, this is a great place. Fairbanks offers a cozy and affordable slice of Arctic paradise. Who knew living just a snowball's throw away from the Arctic Circle could be so warm and welcoming? If you want to buy a home here, the average home value in Fairbanks is about $302,000. Yeah, about a third less than Eagle, Colorado.
Not sure.
Here we go.
Number 7, Hendersonville, North Carolina. In the western nook of North Carolina, just a leisurely 22 miles from Asheville, lies the charming town of Hendersonville. This one's up in the mountains, and it's offering a climate that is kind of a breath of fresh air, or cool air compared to the rest of the state, I should say. In the summer months, while the rest of North Carolina sweats it out, Henderson remains kind of cool, making it a magnet for people like me who prefer their summers without a side of sticky humidity. The Blue Ridge Mountains provide a stunning backdrop, almost as if Mother Nature decided that this town needed some dramatic flair. If you know anything about this part of North Carolina, being outdoors is a big thing here. They've got a couple national forests just a stone's throw away. The options for hiking, horseback riding, and fishing are plentiful, and they got a bunch of local diners, which I kind of found that strange. I didn't expect it the first time I went through there. The town is dotted with golf courses and parks, making it a haven for retirees who aren't quite ready to swap in their tennis shoes for slippers. And then there's the downtown, where stately Victorian homes line the tree-shaded streets, offering a perfect blend of historical charm and modern convenience. That's what I like about this place. East Coast cities are so much nicer, even towns. They maintain those old buildings more. Out here in the West, it's fairly new. And if you needed any more reason to pack your bags and head to Hendersonville, consider this. The town practically rolls out the red carpet for retirees, with more doctors' offices and retirement centers per capita than you could shake a walking stick at. It's no wonder Hendersonville is considered a retiree-friendly city. Add in a low tax burden, and you've got a recipe for financial comfort that even the most frugal retirees can appreciate. The average home value in Hendersonville is about $422,000.
Doesn't, you know, a couple of things that I've not seen so far, which is going to be a big part of me retiring somewhere, is it needs sport there as well. So I need to go and be able to watch good live sport.
Yeah.
So it needs to have a NFL, baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer. It's got to have something that I can go to. That's got to be, even college football. I'll be okay with college football, but I've got to have something I can go to.
You can go see the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, it's too far. That's South Carolina anyway, Carolina Panthers, isn't it? I don't think they're in North Carolina. I think they're in South Carolina.
Number 6, Fredericksburg, Texas. This is another one of those American cities that's sort of themed after a European-style city. This little gem is about 70 miles west of Austin and just about as far north from San Antonio. So it's a perfect place if, you don't want to be around a big city, but there's one there in case you need it. This town is a perfect blend of small-town charm where everyone knows your name and your favorite bratwurst is there for you. Fredericksburg is practically the Germany of Texas, minus the icy winters and plus a whole lot of southern hospitality. These people are into their German heritage, and you could see it everywhere, from the half-timbered architecture to the sauerkraut specials at the local diners.
Yep.
The folks here don't just celebrate Oktoberfest, they live it. And then Christmas rolls around and all the market...
I'm sold, Oktoberfest. Sold, that's me done, right? They live it all year round. Yeah. You're mad. That's me all over that, isn't it?
It's open and it's like a Bavarian wonderland. But Fredericksburg isn't just about beer steins and bratwurst. It's also about top-notch healthcare and cushy retirement living, with the Hill County Memorial Hospital ready to nurse all of your hangover needs, or, actual ailments. Now, the cost of living in Fredericksburg might be a tad bit higher than the national average, with the average home value being around $543,000. But if you could swing that, there's a lot of stress-free living here.
That's my favourite so far. Yeah. I'm 70 miles from San Antonio. They got the Spurs there. They got basketball. They got NBA. I could easily quite travel and do an NFL game at the Dallas Cowboys or wherever. Although I'm probably not welcome at Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. So I'll have to find something else. But it can't be far. It's Houston probably. An overnighter in Houston sort of thing. You got everything there. Yeah. And the German flavour. Yeah.
Number 5, Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia, where retirees go to find their second wind in a city that's old but never gets old. Savannah is located on the southeastern coast of the Peach State. This charming city sits like a jewel beside the Savannah River. And you're not too far from the Atlantic Ocean, which sometimes means hurricanes, but I don't think they've been hit with one in a long time. With a subtropical climate and cost of living that can be substantial, Savannah might just be the retirement haven for you if you got a little money. Savannah's a great place for people that kind of want to go to Florida, but they don't want to go to Florida. It's not too far away to the south, but far enough away from Jacksonville that you don't have to worry about it. Actually, if you'd need to go to a bigger city, I would choose Charleston, which is north of Savannah, Charleston, South Carolina, in a heartbeat before Jacksonville. One of our subscribers lives in Savannah. Yeah. He's retired. He was telling me through...
Looks like Belgium, doesn't it? If I said to you that's Antwerp, you'd be like, yeah, it does look a bit like Antwerp.
Yeah, it looks
doesn't
really pretty.
Through messaging on Facebook that he goes to the art college there. They've got all kinds of classes and programs for retirees and older folks. The Savannah College of Art and Design is there for you, I guess. But for those of you that think retirement means unlimited time for hobbies, Savannah delivers that for you. More than just shuffleboard and bingo. Imagine starting your morning with a leisurely walk through the city's historic district, one of the largest in the U.S., where every corner is dripping with history, architectural beauty, and probably some leftover Spanish moss. A lot of that goes on around there. Golf courses, fishing spots, and walking trails are scattered like confetti throughout the city. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can go boating. Savannah's climate is like a hug from a slightly overzealous grandma, cozy, comforting, and persistent, with winters that hover around low 60s and summers that flirt with the low 90s. They do get some stretches where it gets pretty hot, but it's really not terrible. Put it this way, you're going to be wearing shorts almost 90% of the year. If you want to live there, the cost of living's a little high. It is a port town or a coastal town, but the average home value is only $322,000. Wow. That being said, the ones you probably want are going to start around $500,000.
I like that.
Yeah, I do.
Appealing, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, Sealy Lake, Montana. Cold winters.
Yeah.
Everyone's told us about Montana's cold winters.
I don't mind the cold. I can't stand the heat.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind any weather. I'm not arsed whether it rains, snows, sun. I do like to walk around in like nice temperature and just sit outside of a bar.
If it's
Like a
cold,
little cafe restaurant.
I can put my makeup on, do my hair, and go out and come home, and I've still got my hair and I've still got my makeup. If I
Still
go
got my
out,
hair.
if I go out when it's too hot, I'm just dripping wet, makeup's all over the place, ringing, like I've got out of a pool. So not for me.
Number 4, Sealy Lake, Montana. Sealy Lake, Montana is a quiet town located in the Clearwater River Valley, about 50 miles northeast of Missoula. It's part of the Crown of the Continent ecosystem, or ecosystem, however you want to say it, surrounded by lush national forests and wilderness areas, offering a natural haven for outdoor enthusiasts, residents who enjoy a range of activities from boating, fishing, and hiking in the warmer months and snowmobiling and cross-country skiing in the winter. This place is perfect, and it can be relatively inexpensive, especially when you...
Who does cross-country skiing?
A lot of people.
Do they? I thought it was just a thing that it's a sport that people do. Like, I didn't think you do it as a hobby.
Yeah, of course you do.
compare it to places like Whitefish, Montana. Now, they say the median home value is about $322,000. Remember, median home price, median home value are a lot different from the average home value. Sealy Lake offers a simple, secure, and peaceful lifestyle where community life is close-knit and nature is just outside your door. Appreciate the view while you're there. The average home value here is $548,000.
Bit too remote, that, for me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, it's I'm not massive. I wouldn't choose nature over a city. I'd rather have a city and everything there, ocean maybe, river, a big river. So like Savannah had that. So like Savannah looks great for me.
Yeah.
Had everything there.
Number 3, Petoskey, Michigan. Petoskey, Michigan is a northern gem on the shores of Lake Michigan that offers a full four-season experience, from sunny summer days on Little Traverse Bay to snowy winters that could recreate your childhood snow fort. This charming town is known for its friendly community where everyone greets each other. It's one of those places. Small towns do that. If you're ever from a big city, you go to a small town, they wave at you, they say hi, you don't have to know them. While the average home price here is around $423,000, it's a bargain compared to other retirement spots, especially with the array of festivals and events like the Winter Carnival and Festival on the Bay. Just be ready to shovel some snow and swat mosquitoes in the summer.
I like that.
Yeah.
Number 2, Paso Robles, California. You know, I'm not sure if we've ever talked about Paso Robles on this channel at all. I used to drive through there all the time, and I know a handful of people that have moved there. Growing up in Los Angeles, back in the 90s, it was a way more affordable place to buy a house. Now it's a little pricey, just like every place else. Paso Robles is located in San Luis Obispo County on California's central coast. It's kind of inland. It's not really on the coast, but we have this coastal range there and there, like a 30 or 40 minute drive from Morro Bay. It is also positioned about halfway between San Francisco and Los Angeles. Paso Robles offers residents and visitors a convenient access to both major cities. The city is a haven for wine enthusiasts, boasting over 200 wineries. Yeah, we have talked about this before, so I remember that number, 200 wineries there, that provide ample opportunity for leisurely wine tours and tasting. It's actually a really cute small town, I guess. Well, it's been years since I've been there, so it's a little bit bigger than it was back then. But it's always been adorable. At least the downtown area. That's really nice. This is probably one of the best places on this list for outdoor enthusiasts, because, I mean, they've got all kinds of hiking, biking, camping, golfing everywhere here. The Salinas River runs through town, but really, it's not much of a river. It's a little stream. And that'll prompt people that will send me pictures from winter 1988 or something like that. No, it's a real river. Yeah, okay. But they do have a lake right up the road. Actually, they got a couple lakes right up the road. If you do move here, everything's a short drive away. It's a really nice place to live. Now, here's the rub. Like everything in California, it's expensive, and homes are no exception here. The average home value here is $754,000. That's the average. That means if you want to get a middle of the road or a little bit nicer type home, you're probably going to be looking at around $850,000, and they go way up from there. All right, before we get to number 1, I have a question for you. If you're looking for a new place to live, city, state, town, whatever, does the politics of that location play a part in your decision making?
Good question, that.
Yeah.
Because it's I know where we live now, over here. the politics do play a part, and it makes me angry.
Yeah.
Because we're governed by not so good politicians, but for me going into the USA, I'm not sure how much it would matter to me because I wouldn't have much of a say in it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to vote.
So I just have to go there and just accept whatever it is. Whereas over here, I have a bit of a say,
Yeah.
or I should be able to have a say. They're kind of
They
suppressing
don't
that at the
listen.
moment. Suppressing it at the moment, aren't they? But it's it does. I guess it does matter, but for us, it doesn't.
No.
Because we just have to fit in
Yeah.
and accept whatever's there.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section below.
Arizona.
And number 1, Bisby, Arizona. High in the Mule Mountains of Arizona, Bisby is a town that feels like a charming, quirky character from an indie film. Just 10 miles north of the US-Mexico border, Bisby has transformed its rough mining origins into a haven for artists, retirees, and history enthusiasts. The town offers a unique blend of creativity and history, where former mining tools have been replaced by paintbrushes and poetry readings. I went to an open mic one night when I was a stand-up comedian in the early days, and it said open mic. So I put my name in and I waited, and I wasn't paying attention. I was going over my jokes. About 2 people before I went up, I realized it was a poetry open mic. So pressed for a poem, I came up with this. I wrote it down years ago, still have it. In a van, parked by the edge of the road, where the world hums softly, time seems slow, I sit in the quiet where no one will go, with a Danish in hand and a clamato to show. They applauded that. That is garbage. But they were being supportive. You gotta love that. As I was leaving, they asked me to come back next week. That was great. As I got in my car to drive home, I sat in the front seat and laughed hysterical for like 5 minutes. Anyway, back to Bisby. Bisby's got a really cool cactus botanical garden, which is kind of neat. Most botanical gardens don't have a whole bunch of cactus, but it has over 800 species of desert plants. And it allows visitors to connect with nature in a way that is both educational and enchanting. That's from...
Looks a bit mismatched, doesn't it?
There's something that...
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
I'm
you.
not gravitating to
same.
it.
The website I read. Bisby sits about 5,500 and provides a little relief from that brutal Arizona heat. Kind of makes Bisby a year-round destination. And on top of it, it's surprisingly affordable. So like I'd said, some of these are in Arizona or Florida, well 2 of them, but this one's not your typical place people retire to in Arizona. The average home value in Bisby, Arizona is about $224,000,
Yeah.
which is not bad. All right, that's...
Good.
Yeah.
Always good to look around different towns that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Savannah is a good one for me there. I
Yeah.
quite like the look of that.
Yeah.
Fredericksburg,
Yeah.
Texas, definitely like the appeal for that.
Yeah.
Because Texas does have a lot of sport anyway.
Yeah.
It's a big sporting area. I'm surprised that none of the Northeast was in there. I don't know, like your Vermonts and your places like New England.
Well, I think they've done them before. These are the ones that nobody talks about.
I know, but I'm sure there's ones around them areas that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
sort of like find as well. But it's very interesting for us to see some of the ones we've not seen before.
Yeah.
Fredericksburg definitely appealing, but Savannah, I do like looking at
Yeah,
Savannah.
I've always fancied
Yeah.
Savannah anyway.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Let us know in the comments what's the. I don't know if we're missing anything.
Yeah.
Okay? It's some of them look good, but I'm not sure about the Arizona one. Looks a bit arid and dry, didn't it?
Yeah, well, we need somewhere that's not boiling hot and it's not freezing cold.
The Florida one was all right as well at
Yeah.
the start, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it called? Tampon something.
Yeah. needs to be able to do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like them little areas where you can sit out on like either a waterfront, whether it be a river, a lake, a sea, and just sort of like look where you've got little bars and restaurants, all sort of like down a coastal road.
People watching.
Just people watch, sit down and just talk to people who are
nice
chatty.
glass of red.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct, and just sit there all day, every day, just talking shite about sport, about you need sport on TVs, you need to go to sport, just watching stuff like that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.